this will be this will be the first video of the new playlist on the check ride prep. I hate these situations where so much rests on one particular thing. Like me doing the check ride and getting to do the check ride all rests on passing this freaking test, FAA written test. And it's $175 a pop, so it's not cheap. I knew what I was getting. Hi everyone, it's me again. I'm heading to the airport, and yeah, although I don't like doing these, these aren't my preferred vlog videos, they are sometimes necessary. So the I have my whatchamacallit, the IFR written attempt 2 test on Friday. Yes, I am completely, it's on my mind non-stop. And the way they go about it is like, whoever you're with, whoever you do your flight training with, they like you to get at least 90% on all your practice tests, so you know when you go to take the written test that you're gonna pass. You may not get it above 90 on the actual one, but if you can consistently get 90%, odds are in your favor that you're gonna pass. But not with me. Nothing I do is ever simple. It's a family curse. So basically, because there's no flight video on Friday, or no flight lesson on Friday, because I cancelled that in order to go to the examination. I probably will do another kind of video, but you know, a reaction before and after. Like I sent, if you saw the screenshots on the video that I sent to my instructors so they would sign me off to be able to take the attempt, I got 90s. Like I was using Keen Schools, I was like doing everything that worked for me before to achieve the private pilot one, and it was fine, and the Keen Schools worked again. But yeah, ever since, like the last time I went to Valley Aviation, I think the two factors, well, there was a couple of factors I think messed with my head. One is that I had to travel quite a bit to go to basic Wilkes-Barre Valley Aviation, so when you drive anywhere for periods of time, you become fatigued a little bit. And then my instructors were like, oh, don't worry, the commercial examination is hard, that's the one most people have to retake, or you know, except for the instructor one. And then when I get the administrator's like, oh no, the instrument's the one I get the most fails on. The instrument's test is more hard, so I was like, oh great, now that's in my head. And thirdly is coming across those questions that were airframe specific. Everyone I've talked to about it, like, amazed and surprised that they would be on the exam. But I've talked to other people that have taken the same test since I have, and they confirmed they got asked the same questions too. Like, the one question is, how is no, let's do the first one so you would understand the second. The first question was, which of the training aircraft is unlikely to be affected by a blocked drain hole? The options were, there was 3 options. It was Cessna 152, Piper Cherokee, or Piper Archer. So right there it gives you a hint. It's either one of the Pipers, but I had no idea until after the exam, and the correct answer is the Piper Archer. And the second question was, how is the Piper Archer different from the other? How is the drain system or the Piper Archer different from the other training aircraft? And the reason why is because the drain hole is not located on the pitot mast. Now, there's a couple of buttons next to the air vent on the pilot seat that you push to get it. And if you've never flown an Archer or been in an Archer, you would never know that, except for looking inside the POH. But if you're not going to fly that plane or haven't been flying that plane, why would you? The reason why it kind of goes with instrument, because they are asking about the instrument errors that you can get. So when the ram air is blocked and the drain hole is blocked, the airspeed acts like an altimeter. It will go up as you go up, it will go down as you go down, because the pressure inside of the pitot is trapped. So I'm guessing that some pilots have gone into Archers for the first time, not knowing about the difference, and got themselves into trouble thinking that they've got a blocked drain hole, and the altimeter was acting like the airspeed was acting like an altimeter when it wasn't, or someone else was causing it. But basically, I'm guessing they just want you to know that not all the aircraft are the same. I mean, I'm just guessing. After constantly going over it, that's what I'm thinking is their FAA's logic behind it. Is just take note, not all planes are the same. There are going to be subtle differences, and it's going to be important. The only way I went and found out after is by looking up, there's various PDF guides for the oral checks, the stage checks, and under the graph of the types of instrument errors, there is a little new note, which I know if there's any kind of highlight or any kind of note, it's going to be on one of the tests. And I know that now. And then I looked up a picture to see where it is. I mean, my flight club has 2 Archers. I could have gone in them at any point since I joined the club, and I would have known. It's just I never did. Because I've been flying the Warrior the entire time. But yeah, so I got the high score to be able to be signed off, and then so I went next day to do another unlimited random test and got 78%, and then again straight after it went down to 72, and then next day I was like, okay, maybe I'm just in my head too much. Next day I retested 85%. I was like, that's better than 78. And then yesterday I had to take a day off because I have my classes. And then this morning I practiced, retested, and I got myself a 98.5%. So that kind of tells me that little break in between got my mind, I don't know, did something to my head that I was able to test better. Like, I want to be able to like, practice is good, studying is good. I guess overdoing it too much is just as bad as not doing it. It's just the fact that I was like one question off from passing last time. It's in my head because every single time I've done tests, or even my the written test for driving in England, it was like 5 or 6 times I took that. Every single time I was like one question off, so it's like frustration. So yeah, if you haven't seen my Instagram post that I posted with my schedule, I have a pretty compact schedule this kind of fall, because so Tuesday afternoons from 1 to 4 I have aerodynamics, and then I drive 40 minutes back home to get a quick dinner, take Moti out, drive the 40 minutes back to the airport for aviation laws at night at 6:30, then drive back another 40 minutes. Wednesday, which is today, one class in the afternoon from 12 to 3 is commercial theory, which I'm having to retake because I didn't pass last spring because I found it hard, which is okay. If it was easy, everyone would pass. I kind of like that I've hit a roadblock, but I kind of think what happened was I was focused on doing my instrument at the same time as doing the commercial. By the time I get to the end of the commercial this time, hopefully I should be done by the instrument, done with the instrument by then. And then after that, I have my second job, my DoorDash. I applied and got assigned shifts. It's a little bit more, basically one stage up higher than someone applying, clicking, and just doing it whenever they feel like it. I can still do that, but I have assigned shifts, and I get, you know, hopefully steady income sometimes. I say sometimes because the area I'm in Carbon County, it's so sporadic when people order takeouts or do shopping. I often come to the Allentown area to do DoorDash to make up the money. And then Thursday I have my job at the school library, the college library, from 1 to 5. There I do my homework, and I also do it so I can get the federal work study to help pay for towards the aviation cost. Then Friday I have my flying lessons. Saturday I have my flying lessons. We're supposed to be flying 3 times a week, but that's not possible at the moment. It may change when I go into the commercial flight training. I have registered for commercial flight training this semester, which I'll probably start doing once I get the check ride done. Oddly enough, the check ride for the instrument I'm not that worried about. And then between every other time I'm doing DoorDash. So I'm working 2 part-time jobs to make it full-time. I'm at college full-time. Each 3 credit course is about average 6 hours of homework each. Although that's, thankfully, mercifully, that hasn't panned out. The law class is a little bit of reading every week. Aerodynamics is the same, a little bit of studying. The commercial theory I love because it's me and one other person, so we're getting a lot of extra help this time, because me and one other person didn't pass in spring, so we're both retaking the course. I'm learning that I have to really slow down. Speed, my dyspraxia is what's kicking me in the ass because I go too fast and I need to slow myself down. And that's exactly what my instructor said. I need to get you to slow down, because I know the material, I know the stuff. That's not the problem. It's just when I come to do the questions, they're tricky. Like they give you a question and then they give you possible answers. Two of the answers sound possibly correct, but there's a clear reason why they're not. And there's one answer that is absolutely correct, and it's obvious once you read it. The fact is, you just have to slow down and stop and read it. Easier said than done. So yeah, Sunday is when I normally do my house chores, go grocery shopping or anything like that. But yeah, it's you have no life. If you want aviation, if you want a career in aviation, you have to give up having a life, basically. Alright, I've talked forever and a half, so I'm gonna cut the video here. I will catch you next time. Hopefully I will be able to record something on Saturday.